Welcome back to Wake Up Charlotte Weekend. So we've made it to December and the holiday spirit is in full swing, but the festivities aren't always fun for everyone. In fact, this can be one of the most stressful times of the year for many people. So joining us live this morning is Dr. Freida Birnbaum, who is a research psychologist, and she's here to explain a little bit more about this. Good morning, Dr. Freida.
Thank you so much. You're exactly right. We're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be smiling. And then again, we're the most stressed out time for ourselves of the year because we have to have expenses and it's a hard time for us economically as well. So we're talking about gifts. You can always make a gift and focus on the children. It doesn't have to be everybody you know. Another thing is travel. Travel can be very expensive. And the best thing to do about that is you can Zoom, you can FaceTime, you can call, and then bring in a friend who's also alone and share the experiences together. And clothing can be very expensive. You know, just look in your closet. I'm sure you can find something to wear.
Absolutely. And then when I think of the holidays, it's all about those family gatherings. But then along with that, there's family drama. So why is that always the issue this time of year?
Well, there are a lot of factors involved here. There's divorce and there are children involved. We have to keep away from the negativity. Make sure that you're structured in such a time that everybody's comfortable. And then there's illnesses. You can't avoid that. You can still share it virtually or physically and talk about memories and also talk about future and celebrations together to ease those moments and make sure that they know that they're not forgotten.
Great. And are there any tips that you would also offer in addition to that just to help cope with all this stress?
Yes, you know, when you get together with families, it's very tense. Where you sit is very important, and I call it the triangle. The person in front of you and the person on either side of you, they're the ones you're going to be stuck with for a long time. So be careful. You may even need to change place cards to make sure you have that. And then there's the push-off theme that I call, because you'll have a relative who's going to ask you, well, when are you going to have children? What about your career? What happened to your relationship? And you see somebody standing close by, you involve them in the conversation, and that's a great distraction. And you may even be allowed to slip away. Another thing is to offer a drink that relaxes both of you, takes away the tension, and it's not your fault if on the way to the drink, somebody stops and talks to you. So those are ways to provide some comfort level for yourself and everyone else involved with the tension and the stresses. And one thing, do not talk about money, don't talk about children, and politics is the worst thing. You mentioned Trump and everyone's going to go off the wall unless you're so bored that you want to have some kind of activity, some kind of friction. But so these are the ways to make yourself comfortable when you are together with people, that there is some tension going on back and forth.
Awesome. Those are all really good tips to keep in mind. So thank you so much, Dr. Freida, and happy holidays to you.
And enjoy being together. You may end up being closer than ever, and that's important to know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.